Why hello all you happy people, and welcome back to the 2026 season of Animated Antic Reviews. I'm Antic, an animation historian, film lover, critic, and just genuine madman. We're now officially in another new year, and after a rather unimpressive 2025, this one does seem to have a lot more promise. We got some bold original swings, new films from studios we haven't seen in a while, and a couple of intriguing sequels. There's massive potential this year, so I guess we shouldn't wait any longer and we will get things going with our first new review. So, what should we do? Well, Sony Pictures Animation's new film Goat doesn't drop till February, and I do want to give you guys something before that comes along. I wonder if there's anything else on the table, even if it's just something genuinely bizarre. Is there a Viva Kids film I can review? Maybe even one without a Wikipedia page? Ah, there we go. Let's go for that. Alright, Viva Kids has distributed another animated film, and this is something called Charlie the Wonderdog. And this isn't just any other film from them. This is one I can clearly tell they want to put a lot of emphasis on, considering the star of the film is Owen Wilson. Yes, that Owen Wilson. This new film is an animated film from Canada from the studio Icon Creative Studios, and they're mainly known for animating shows for other companies, mainly for TV. Some of which are pretty good, like Monsters at Work, and some that are not. Though I don't blame Wondla on them, that's entirely Skydance's fault. And this film looked a little cute. Not anything special, but cute. And that's saying a lot knowing it's a Viva Kid release, and you all know I haven't really been particularly impressed by those. It's a film where a dog gets superpowers. Not the most original premise out there, but hey, I've seen worse. And I guarantee there's going to be much worse movies coming out this year. I know this is probably not a film you all begging for me to review, but you know, some of you guys really do like seeing me review a Viva Kids movie, so I figured why not. I'll check this one out to see what it's all about. It can't be that bad, right? Oh, right, I forgot. This is an animated film being released in January, the dumping ground for Hollywood when they want to put out films they have little faith in. And yeah, that goes for animation studios as well, because we've gotten some bad animated films released in January over the years. Not always. Sometimes we can get lucky and get a true gem, but it's very rare. I mean, you want to know one animated film that was released in January that just turned 10 a few days ago? Yeah, that's the kind of lows we're talking. And okay, I'll admit, this film is not that bad. We're not dealing with a Norm of the North, or a nut job, or an escape from planet Earth. But make no mistake, this is still a nothing movie. Charlie the Wonderdog is the epitome of a film released in January. It's a film that has no ambitions and nothing of substance to note other than wasting 100 minutes of your time. It's certainly not awful, as it's harmless at best, and its heart is in the right place, but it's still a film that I found very badly made, and one that could have been much better if there was more care put into it. On Earth, a golden retriever named Charlie spends his happy days with his boy Danny, played by Dawson Littman. One day, though, Charlie and the neighboring cat, Putty, are abducted by aliens. Yes, really, there's aliens in this story. And taken on board a ship, hoping to be given to a spoiled alien prince as a new pet. When the prince rejects all of the animals abducted, they're sent back to their respective planets, which includes Charlie, only to discover that he's younger, has superpowers, and has the voice of Owen Wilson.
Wow.
And from there, Charlie basically starts to do heroic duties across the globe, helping out people left and right while adopting a new alias of Charlie the Wonderdog. Meanwhile, Putty, played by Rory McDonald, who also has gotten powers from his alien abduction, starts to make evil plans on, you guessed it, taking over the world. Because I guess he works for Spectre, I don't know. So, yeah, as you can tell, this is not the most ambitious plot in the world, and it's really doing very little in return. I mean, there could have been something special in here, but it's not coming through. And it boils down to the major weakness of the film, the screenplay, because it is atrocious. The film's script is so poorly written that it feels like a first draft more than anything. The film doesn't seem to do anything that's unique and daring apart from having some of the most rushed pacing out there, and it just goes by all too quickly without stopping to take a breath or letting us breathe the moment. I mean, the film opens with this montage of Charlie bonding with Danning, but it's not done very well. The married life scene in Up, this is not. And then he and Putty are abducted by the aliens, which includes one moment where they float outside the generic spaceship to the Blue Danube. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Ugh. Is that seriously the only gravity floating song Hollywood studios can think of nowadays? It's been almost 60 years since it was first used by Stanley Kubrick in 2001: A Space Odyssey, and it's gotten so old and so overused. Pick a new song already. Seriously, how cliche can you get? Yep, that'll do the trick. Well, anyways, after that, Charlie gets back to Earth where he and Danny immediately notice he's younger, can talk, and has superpowers, and then he just starts doing heroic duties. There's no build-up to it, he just does. Like, you need to build up the steam before the grand payoff. You know, let the audience get used to the world and seeing Charlie get used to his powers before he starts to do the superhero stuff. You can't immediately just jump right into it. Do the filmmakers not know that build-up is important? Well, probably not, because you want to know what else is important? Suspense. Because this film also doesn't have that as well. The superhero scenes are exceptionally lame. They're paced so horribly, and you never feel the danger with either the hero or the victims. There's a scene where Charlie stops a plane from crashing, and it only lasts less than 2 minutes. I'm not kidding, that's how bad we're talking. The only time where the pacing seems to be under control is this okay scene where Charlie has to save a satellite from crashing to Earth, but that's it. Otherwise, it mostly just plays out so formulaically without giving the audience anything new, and also just not allowing the time for the scenes to breathe. Like I said, its climax takes place in an abandoned amusement park. That's like the laziest place a climax can take place. Also, this is another problem with the film, and this is something I really am begging studios to do already. Can we kill this dog's good, cat's evil cliche? Because, my god, I feel bad for the cat lovers of the world having to deal with this nonsense. I know it's an old trope, but cats are just as cool as dogs, and I'm saying this as a dog lover. I really don't understand why we're doing this in 2026. To everyone watching this video, I am starting to find myself getting concerned about the rising trend of dogs being good and cats being bad cliche once again in American films. That is why I am starting a new foundation to fight the rising crime of ailurophobia. Please, donate to the Perfect Privilege Foundation, courtesy of me, to stop the excessive cruelty and hatred towards cats in films. But yeah, this film really does offer nothing you couldn't get elsewhere, and it's a shame because there is a heart in here, and I can tell the people making it wanted to give it something special, but it needed to have a much better screenplay in order for it to work, because the characters aren't any better. I have no idea how this film got Owen Wilson on board, and while he is trying his very hardest with what he's giving, he really doesn't add anything to Charlie. This character is a very boring, stock superhero protagonist that wants to be a character with a heart of gold that helps people in danger, and that's it. Not much else to him. Danny is the boring older boy who is totally lifeless. His mom basically disappears from the film until she's needed for the third act and having a MacGuffin to be brought back. Putty is a wretched villain who's only evil because don't ask questions, there are no answers. And because Hollywood really wants to still further that dog's good, cat's evil trend. Please, call now. Our lines are open. But as bad as Putty is, I can say he's not even the worst character of the film. The worst character is rather the president, who's this Hillary Clinton wannabe named President Rose. And good lord, is this character annoying. She's played by Tabitha St. Germain, who is a good voice actress, but she was given some of the worst direction and told to talk as over the top as possible, and it's really insufferable. It's easily one of the most grating performances in an animated film I've heard in a while. I guess the other element of this film that isn't horrible is the animation, which I can say is adequate. I mean, it's nothing special. I think this is more appropriate for television or streaming rather than a theatrical film, but it's passable. There's nothing truly bad about it, although its alien designs and creatures aren't anything too great. The aliens themselves are basically generic green creatures, while some of the animals they abduct look like designs Pixar rejected for Elio. It's nothing special. And yeah, I think that's really what I can say about Charlie the Wonder Dog in a nutshell. It's nothing special. While its animation is passable and Owen Wilson does a decent job, the film is a mostly nothing experience due to its poor story and screenplay built on hollow cliches and characters that range from lifeless to annoying. It's basically what you would expect for a January film. The only thing that this movie did was just make me wish that, as far as an animated superhero film with a dog goes, we got an animated underdog movie instead. Yeah, remember this character, the old 60s cartoon? I think they could actually bring him back now and do something cool with him. You know, something stylish with animation like Spider-Verse or Mutant Mayhem. That would be cool. And I think he's overdue for a film, especially a good one, since the only one we got was that horrible live-action movie from the director of Quest for Camelot. Seriously, how do you waste Jason Lee, Amy Adams, Peter Dinklage, and Patrick Warburton in one big movie? Like, that is a crime. But yeah, seriously, I hope they do something with him. Come on, DreamWorks, you have the rights to this character. I want you to do something with him. Because I can guarantee you it would be fun. It probably would be better than this. Because yeah, as for this film, Charlie the Wonder Dog is going to get a 4 from me. I mean, yeah, what can I say? It's a January movie. I know this wasn't a dazzling review, but at least I can say there's better things to come animation-wise in 2026. Because while this wasn't a wretched experience, it's a film that still does lack a lot of wonder.
Wow! Please tell me that's the last one.
Not exactly.